My name is Judge Annette Rizzo, and this is my story. From an early standpoint, if I think about going back to how my career began, there was always a calling I felt to the law. I really wanted to be part of that system. I wanted to be a mouthpiece for people who could not speak for themselves. I have been very, very, very blessed in terms of a career journey that took me from government service, which I really thoroughly enjoyed, onto a private law firm, Rawle Henderson, oldest continuing law firm in the United States. I got to work with great colleagues in the civil rights arena, medical malpractice and products, and then went on to a corporate setting at Cigna here, also headquartered international. That was at the point where I got to get involved with government affairs and deal with issues with respect to obviously the insurance industry, but also some other generic public policy issues, and put me, frankly, back into an arena I very much appreciated. After Cigna, I was appointed and then elected to the bench for the 16 years I served there, and then, of course, stepped away from that out of active service to come to JAMS. So in terms of my involvement in the community, the public interest sector, I've been involved with that portion of our Bar Association for many years. Currently I sit on 4 boards, yes. Many of them touch on issues of housing, community legal services, and what's called Philadelphia Legal Assistance. I sit on the board. In addition, I am adjunct professor to Temple Law School and teach a clinical that I began while on the bench and continue with the colleagues to teach, which I find very important because connectivity with students, how we can mentor but also learn. My partnership with the various boards, particularly the Community Legal Services Board and the Philadelphia Legal Assistance, gives me an opportunity to really deal head-on with DEI issues, to actually get individuals as part of long-term planning and working with certain programs we can create in the law school setting to actually give exposure to students from all backgrounds. So I'm happy to say that I'm part of that, to actually mentor and actually bring into the forefront having real conversations about the possibility of looking to ADR as some perspective aspect of career path for these beautiful young minds. If I look back to see what would be of special significance to me, I would have to say my tenure obviously on the bench, being a public service in Philadelphia, my hometown. I don't know if anybody remembers about a total financial meltdown of the mortgage finance world about 2008 and 10. At that time, I was involved with actually oversight of what was an explosion of mortgage foreclosure cases coming into the court system. And as a result of that, with the help of a great team from the courts, we all stepped up to develop what then became known as the Philadelphia Mortgage Foreclosure Diversion Program. It was a program that really brought face-to-face conversations between distressed homeowners and the mortgage finance lenders and attorneys, one that was mediative as opposed to litigative. And as a result of that interface, there was a conversation to help keep that distressed homeowner and their families in safe keeping of their home, as opposed to launching them into homelessness, really bore great fruit. I got an opportunity to have this program modeled beyond Philadelphia, other cities, other states, and even internationally. Got attention at that time. Was even invited to the White House to speak about it in terms of being the platinum program that actually could take sideways that which was happening in terms of bringing people into homelessness. If I had to think about a title of a book or something that sums it up, I would say she got her money's worth. And I say that on 2 grounds. I say it because in terms of all that has been presented with great humility and gratitude to really experience the most of life with respect to travel opportunities, which I love, the passion of it, learning about other cultures, which I think always helps us as humans and helps, of course, in practice to understand differences and approaches to life in general, but also in getting my money's worth, that I have done my most to give the most I can to others through my professional career, of course with my family, and also with community. And because what you give is also what you get. I'm Judge Annette Rizzo, and I'm proud to be a mediator and an arbitrator at JAMS.